Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notification, and share this report. Because here on Free Press TV, we don't just report the headlines, we break them down. Doj Watchdog launches review into Epstein Files, a deep dive. The U.S. Department of Justice is once again under scrutiny, this time from within, in a move that signals ongoing concern over transparency and accountability. The department's internal watchdog has officially launched a comprehensive review into how federal authorities handle documents related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. What the investigation will examine. The Justice Department's Office of the Inspector General confirmed it will analyze several key areas: how the DOJ identified and collected Epstein-related materials, the process used to release documents to the public, the criteria for redacting or withholding sensitive information, how officials responded to criticisms and inconsistencies after the files were released. At the center of the review is a growing concern. Did the DOJ fully disclose what it had, or was critical information withheld? The backdrop: the Epstein Files Transparency Act. This investigation follows the passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. In late 2025, the law was designed to force the release of documents tied to Epstein's network after years of public pressure and skepticism surrounding the case. However, when the files were finally released, large portions were heavily redacted. Some expected materials, including the rumored client list, were never produced. Lawmakers accused the DOJ of lack of transparency and possible obstruction. Political pressure builds. Criticism has come from both lawmakers and the public. Republican Congressman Thomas Massie, a co-sponsor of the transparency law, voiced frustration over the lack of accountability. The justice system, he argued, cannot be trusted until more individuals connected to Epstein are prosecuted. So far, only 2 individuals have faced charges: Jeffrey Epstein, deceased, and Ghislaine Maxwell, currently serving a 20-year sentence. Despite years of allegations involving powerful associates, no additional high-profile prosecutions have emerged. The missing pieces: what's not in the files. One of the most controversial aspects of the case remains the absence of a verified list of associates or clients. Former Attorney General Pam Bondi had previously suggested such a list existed, even claiming it was ready for release. But no list has been made public. The DOJ has not confirmed its existence. Critics say this fuels public distrust and speculation. Bondi was later removed from her position earlier in 2026, with Epstein case handling cited as one of several factors. New leadership. Same questions. Current Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has defended the department, stating that the current administration has been more transparent than previous ones. At the same time, Blanche has signaled a desire to move on from the scandal. He suggested the Epstein case should not continue to dominate the DOJ's future agenda. That position has sparked backlash, especially among victims and advocacy groups who argue the case remains unresolved, not historical. Maxwell immunity and controversy. Another layer of scrutiny involves Ghislaine Maxwell. She met with DOJ officials, including Blanche, in 2025. She was granted limited immunity during discussions. Shortly afterwards, she was transferred to a minimum security prison facility. The DOJ insists the transfer was unrelated to her cooperation. However, critics question whether there were undisclosed agreements or whether cooperation influenced her treatment. Unanswered questions that remain. Despite years of investigation, several major issues are still unresolved. Were all Epstein-related documents released? Why are so many sections still redacted? Did other individuals involved avoid prosecution? Does a client list exist, and if so, where is it? Or investigative leads fully pursued? Why this investigation matters. The Inspector General's review could be one of the most important internal accountability efforts in years, because this isn't just about documents. It's about public trust in the justice system, whether powerful individuals are held accountable, and whether transparency laws actually work. The bigger picture: the Epstein case has become a symbol of something larger, a perceived gap between justice for ordinary citizens and accountability for elites. Even years after Epstein's death in 2019, the case continues to raise difficult questions about institutional transparency, legal accountability, and systemic failures. Final thought: the DOJ Watchdog review may not immediately deliver answers, but it could determine whether critical information was mishandled, hidden, or overlooked. And for many, that's the real issue. Not just what happened, but what may have never been revealed. Free Press TV, I'm Michael Patterson. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead.